Hi everyone, it's Jessica here from Paper Ink Stamp and welcome back to my channel. So today's video we're going to be taking a look at this issue of Simply Cards and Papercraft. This is issue 255, so this is the new one for the month of March. This did get delivered a little bit later to me, that's why it's going up a little bit later in the month unfortunately. But we have our free gift here, so not a lot with this month's free gift. So we've got an 8 element die set with endless possibilities. So you got this happy here, which is one long die by the looks of it, but all of the letters are individual. And then you have this kind of outline die around it where you've got the flowers and the leaves, the different foliage, and then you have these dies here as well, which kind of match what's in here. So you could build it all up and turn it into something a little bit more 3D. So you can see some of the samples they've got down there. Plus there's 90 extra digital downloads that you can download. You got your papers in there and you've got some sentiments there as well. So not tons, and I'll be honest, I'm not you know, humongously thrilled with this. We have had ones like this before. I'm not really much of a fiddly die cutter. It's not something that wows me, to be honest, in a product. But what I have seen in the magazine, which we'll just take a look at, is that you can actually spell the word happy using this die as well. So we can get that full happy birthday sentiment from here as well. Let me just turn my lights on because it is looking a little bit dark in here. So let's move that to one side and just take a quick flick through the magazine. Like I said, this one did come to me a little later in the month, so again I am later actually posting this one. So let's just take a look at the main cards we've got here by Katie Skilton. So she's done a couple in here, added a few other obviously sentiments in here as well, but there is some, I'll see if I can find it, if I find the page where you can use all the dies from the word, all the letters, sorry, from the word birthday to turn into your happy. But you got some really nice, lovely, bright cards in here. Like I said, for me, this is kind of a little bit of fiddly die cutting, which isn't something that I really love to do, to be honest. But ones like this are very sort of geometric, I quite like. I think they are really nice. We've got turning it into a shaker card there as well. That's pretty cool, using some of that negative space. If you want to subscribe, so when I subscribed back to Simply Cards and Papercraft, I didn't get a free gift, I just got a better deal on the products. But if you do subscribe, then you've got an email address just down here, but it looks like you will get the stenciling brushes and the blending, sort of the bigger ones there as well. Yeah, so a large flat top blending brush and stencil brushes. So if you're looking to subscribe, I'm sure most of you have probably already seen a lot of this. You have got Card Maker of the Year 2024, so all of the prizes that you can win. I would definitely encourage, even if you don't think that you're going to win, I would still encourage you to have a go at making and entering this competition. It was quite amazing to win it, and I think you've got to be in it to win it. You don't know, you know, you never know what's going to happen. So let's take a look to see if they've got, this is really nice with the lattice fronts. I think that's quite nice by Nikki. That would be quite fun to try. Got some digital downloads there. Here we go. Some makes by Sarah. So she's made a bag, and again you could go onto the Craft World website and you can download the template for that little bag there. So you've got a bag, you've got a tag, we have got a little gift box there, another bag, you've got a cake topper, that's pretty cool. You've got a happy birthday pizza box. And then they use it, oh no, that's next month, I think. I was gonna say they're using some of the papers by the looks of things, I'm not sure. So yeah, let's take a look, let's just go forward and take a look at what they've got included in next month's issue. So this one goes on sale the 4th of April, so we haven't got too long to go, so hopefully it'll be delivered a little bit quicker with that one. This one's called Wild Meadows. You get 8 spring themed stamps and 2 stunning stencils, so that'd be pretty cool with the stencils. So we've got a limited edition 8-piece stamp set here, so you've got a couple of sentiments, happy birthday, thinking of you, love and best wishes, with then a floral in there as well, plus 45 papers and toppers that you can then download, I would imagine. So that's the magazine itself. let's pop that to one side. So yeah, we really need to, oh, I didn't show you how it was in the magazine to create the happy. Let me just get it out. So what they're saying to do is to create the happy, you've got the H, you've got the A, and you've got the Y. So they're saying for the P's, if you take the R and just cut that leg off, you can turn that into a P. So we will use the dies, so the sentiment, to do the happy birthday. I could download some of the papers. Maybe I might do that because, yeah, I'm just not really... unfortunately not necessarily into really tiny die cutting. What you could do is turn this into maybe like a background, and you could the thing is, they're all going to be in a line though, so you could sort of alternate it and create like an interesting background like that. But maybe what I'll do is maybe just download a paper or two, and yeah, we'll just sort of use it like that, and we'll use the happy birthday die in there. Okay, so this is the paper that I printed off. I did accidentally start printing the sentiments. That's what those ones look like. They got a few different colorways. There's a bunch of pages all together in the file, but yeah, this was the one paper. I thought, well, this is all I need. I did stop it at the end because I thought, well, I don't need the whole sheet of paper, but obviously I could have just done half a sheet or whatever it is that I needed. But I've decided to do 2 cards here. I might as well, since I've got this whole page, I want to use it. This, what I print onto, is what I print my patterned paper packs onto, and you can see that it doesn't go through, so you know, it is a good paper. It's a nice thick paper, but it's 180 GSM, and I did this on a standard print. This isn't even on a high quality print, and yeah, it's looking out really lovely. So all of the papers that I do, I print as a high quality, but yeah, as a standard, this one is pretty good. So we're going to do a 5x7 card. We're going to do 2 because then we can get 2 panels from our patterned paper from that. I've got the die. I've just trimmed down some strips because what we're going to do is match some of the colours with the backgrounds. We can do a little bit of ink blending and just die cut from there. Alternatively, you could use coloured cardstock if you want to do that as well. I've got just a little circle scalloped nesting die here, so I'm going to see whether I can get it to fit before I cut this circle out. I'm going to see whether I can get my sentiment to fit as a circle on there, was what I was thinking might look quite nice, but we will see what we can fit. If not, then I'll just grab a bigger one of those. So since we've got this here, let's just cut down our panels to begin with. So I'm going to do 5x7 cards. So I'm going to do 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. So without a mat and layer here for these. Same again, so 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. And then these little pieces here I can use to decorate the inside of the card. So I'll keep those, and I'm going to just bin that little bit there. So let's move that. So that's that bit done. Let's do a little bit of ink blending now for our letters. So I'm going to bring in my desk pad here. So this is a new product that I am bringing out. Hopefully it's going to be next month, but it isn't going to look like this. This is not the design that I've gone with. This was just a pack that I've made. There's 50 sheets on here, and it's designed to just be a messy desk pad. It's printed on 100 GSM paper, so obviously it is thin, but the idea is that you can just tear it off when you've messed that sheet up. You know, you've done the ink blending, you've done colouring, whatever sort of messy work you've been doing on it, write some notes and things on there while you're card making. You can rip it off and just pop it in the bin. I'm not going to put that in the bin, I'll put it to the side and use it again. But we're going to do some ink blending. So again, I've got 6 pieces here, and I thought we would pick out, let's grab this piece, pick out the colours from within our patterned paper. So start with the blues. We could go with that darker blue to bring it out. Maybe we could go in with should we do a little bit of prized ribbon? Maybe we do a bit of faded jeans. Let's just see what, yeah, we'll do faded jeans for that one, so that goes in nicely with the darker blue. Then we've got our pink, so we could choose to pick up again this like darker coloured here. So let's see what festive berries. I think that will work quite perfectly there as well. And then we've got sort of a yellowy orange going on here. So maybe we'll Wild Honey. Is that a little bit too similar maybe? Let's try, that's definitely too orange, the Carved Pumpkin. And I think Spice Marmalade will be the same. I think Spice Marmalade might be a bit better. Let's just try quickly Rusted Hinge. No, Rusty Hinge is too orange. I actually think I'm going to go with the, let's just check the Fossilized Amber. No, I think I'm going to go slightly more orangey, and I'm going to go Spiced Marmalade for that one. So there we have our colours. And then let me just grab a darker blue blending brush. I don't think I've ever actually used faded jeans before. Now I don't need to worry too much about going like right to the edges or anything. I've cut this bigger than what my die is. I think some of these need to be re-inked, to be honest. Certainly the ones that I probably don't use as often, are they drying out a little bit. So let's just bring back this so we sort of can see how much we want to die cut, because again we don't have to sort of colour the whole piece. And what I thought we'd do, because they're all individual letters, is maybe we would just mix and match the letters, so that should be fine. So we're going to do another one so we can die cut for our other cards. So I'm doing 2 of each of these strips. Okay, so there we have our pieces to die cut from. Let's just move that out the way. Let's bring in my mini Gemini die cutting machine, because this is going to be perfect for these small dies. Okay, so like I said, all of these are going to be individual, so you've got a lot of flexibility here to lay these out how you want them to. Let's just get my pokey tool. Just poke these ones out. So they are coming out nice and easily, which is great. There we go. So I'm just going to have a little pile there, and then I'm going to go through and just die cut all of these pieces. Okay, so we have our 3 piles, but obviously don't forget we're trying to make 2 cards here, and we also need to spell the word happy on here as well. So what I think I might do is just take a little scrap. I'm going to die cut this, hopefully that'll fit in there. I'm going to die cut this, and that way then I've got a little template that I can work with to see whether this sized scallop circle will be big enough. So let's just get rid of that, pop that to one side. So what I was thinking was, if we try to do let's see, happy, so I was hoping to kind of have it go across. Now with the R's we're going to cut those down to be P's on here. So let's just do it in order of the colour. So yeah, I don't think, yeah, this isn't going to be big enough unless I don't do it in a circle and just so let's just go, get my dual pick a second, because there we go, a little bit fiddlier to hold. So we want R there. What do we want? T, H, yeah. So it's not going to be enough. But realistically, how sort of big do we go with this? Let's pick the next size up. So that's our next size up. So let's just put this in here. So you just need a little bit of planning to begin with. And once you've done it once and you know it's going to fit, if you're going to create more than one card, then it's going to work nicely. So obviously this is a little off center, but obviously at the minute I just want to make sure that I can fit all of them on. So we want a D, so we might just, because obviously these two R's, because they're going to turn into P's, they could be a little closer together. A, and what do we want? Y. Go. So we can get that to fit in there. I feel like it would need something in the middle. But what I'm going to do is just make sure that we've got enough to spell the other one out. So we want R, R, Y. I'm hoping we might have enough here. So that one over. So Harry birthday. B. So we might even have a few extra letters. What are you doing? I. And obviously both of these don't have to match either. So have we got oh, an R, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna have to change this around. So we've got an I in there, so we can do that. So would it be then blue for the T? H, and then D, A, Y. Okay, so we have enough here to do both of our cards in that same way. Did I just get rid of my, yes I did, I and R, there we go. So let's just move those back there. So I need to have a bigger circle. So I'm just wondering what I want to cut this out of. Okay, so I'm just going to bring in this pale yellow. It's just from my stash. And we're just going to die cut our larger scalloped circle from this. Okay, so I've pulled in just some basic yellow cardstock from my stash. You have got a little bit of lighter yellow in there, so I think that's going to work fine. I'm going to pop it up onto some foam as well. So first of all, we need to take our two R's, which are going to turn into P's, and all we need to do is just cut the just try cutting with a pair of bigger scissors and a left-handed pair, just so I can really see what I'm doing. So all we're going to do is just cut that leg off and turn it into our P. So do the rest as well. So if you can kind of cut it on a curve as well, it will make it look a little bit more purposeful, like it was, you know, its own actual die. So let's now, I'm going to grab my, where am I? My fine tip glue. I can't at my pot. And I'm going to go around the edge. What I've also got is this die set here, this stamp set here. This is an old one now from Tonic Studios, and we've got these 4 presents. So I'm gonna glue my letters all around the outside, and I'm gonna see which one of these will fit better inside the center, and I'm gonna pop it up on some foam. I think that's gonna look pretty cool. So let's just get my glue going. I think I'll use my reverse tweezers for this because obviously our letters are on the smaller side, and I'm going to struggle to pick them up. So we're going to add some glue. So fine tip glue bottle. These ones are the Crafter's Companion. I believe it's a set of 2 that you get. Really great for really intricate dies like this, and any of them in this die set. Grab my glue stand there. And basically I'm just going to kind of start, and then because you're going to go around in a circle anyway, we can just get down our happy first, then work out where we want to have our, let's see, I can't pick up anything, have our birthday go. Okay, so there we go, there's my happy. And so what I'm going to do is have that P be at the top, and then I'm going to start my birthday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Right. So I'm actually just going to lay these out. So I know that the H and the T is gonna go somewhere like that, so it kind of lines up, and then we'll just bring this back. So if I sort of lay it out roughly, then I know that I'm not going to kind of do too much. The downside is we have 2 pinks and 2 Ys together, but so it's going to look something a little bit like this. This would be really nice, and you could turn it into a little rosette if you've got a birthday that you're creating like decorations for, whatever, or like a rosette slash a badge to add to a card. Maybe that might be quite nice. So you know, these are good. Obviously you've not got a full alphabet here, so you are kind of limited in that sense, but if you do just want to spell happy birthday, then this set is good. You've got some nice thick letters in here as well. So yeah, it is pretty, it would be pretty decent for, you know, like I said, certain projects. So we're going to carry on and just keep adding our letters. Okay, so there's our 2 circles. So we've got a slightly bigger gap here, but again, I'm really not too worried about that. It is a handmade card at the end of the day. So we could fit, I mean, we could even just do a couple of them, but what I was actually thinking was about just stamping them onto this and using it that way. But I'm thinking we could probably fit one. You almost want a slightly bigger one if it was going to be just the one. So I don't know, maybe we can stamp 2. But then would it look better stamped as 3? Right. Okay, so let's just grab an acrylic block. And what we're actually going to do is I'm going to stamp them onto this piece here that I had thrown away. So stamp that. Stamp 2 of these, and it doesn't matter if we don't end up using all of them anyway. You know, we've not lost anything, and it's taken us about a minute to stamp all of them. Okay, so I kind of decided that I didn't like how that looked, so we're going to abandon that, and I think what I might just do is simply just stamp it in the middle in black. So again, it doesn't necessarily have to be straight, but we're going to have it like that, and it's just almost going to be like a little, just a little motif in the middle. Do the same for this one. I could do a little mask and then stamp the other presents just behind, but I'm going to keep it quite simple, I think. So let's pop our cards together. So let's get some glue. So we're going to glue down our patterned paper. Okay, let's add a foam pad to the back. That's 1 and 2. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I feel like this looks, it just looks a little lost, I think. in there. I wanted it to kind of be like, yeah, that little sort of like a little motif in the middle of it. Yeah, let me know what you think. I am undecided. I do like the patterned paper, and yeah, I think these colours go quite nicely with them. So again, that was Spice Marmalade, we had Festive Berries and Faded Jeans, so I think they worked really nicely with the papers. But yeah, maybe it just needed to make a little more in the centre there. Like I said, I could sort of mask it and then stamp the other presents to be kind of behind it, but obviously now I've stuck it down, it wouldn't stamp very well. But yeah, I don't know, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you think it's a little on the boring side? Like I said, it's not the most exciting die set to kind of work with. Obviously you do have those extra flowers. Let me just bring it back in. You know, obviously you do have these pieces. I mean, I'm actually thinking about it, I probably could have die cut these and just built up a little bit of foliage there in the centre. Maybe that would have been a slight better use of actually using the die set itself. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I think it's not quite my style, so sometimes it's a little bit harder to use a set that isn't particularly within your kind of style. But like I said, I'm not necessarily into really teeny tiny die cuts, but yeah, maybe I could have done that instead and just did the little like flower cluster there in the middle. But that is the magazine. So that was Simply Cards and Papercraft issue 255. I will leave a link in the description box down below where you can purchase it from the Craftstash website. Obviously I've tried to buy magazines in other supermarkets before and it's either not there, or it's a completely different issue, or it's a completely different free gift. So if you do purchase from Craftstash, what you're getting is, you know, what you're getting advertised is what you are actually getting. So I'll leave that in the description box down below for you. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. So thanks very much for watching and happy crafting.